everyone! So I am here today with episode 2 in my Keep or Donate series, and in this episode I'm going to be talking about 14 nail polishes that I've tried over the last few weeks or so. I have them all in here ready to go and I'll show you them all. I've kind of grouped them by color family and I'm not letting a lot of them go because I found that as I wore them I really loved quite a few of them. So I'll just start with the shade I'm wearing right now. It's a really beautiful purple shade. This is Priti NYC's Happy Wanderer, and I love this color. It's kind of like a lavender periwinkle, but darker with a hint of gray, and there's also some like fuchsia slash gold micro shimmer in it. So it's a beautiful complex polish and I really love it. So again, I've marked off all of the ones I'm keeping with a yellow dot on top, and I'm definitely hanging on to this one. Next up, here are the blues and grays that I tried over the last few weeks. This one here is by Barielle and it's in the shade You Concrete Me. Now I was a little bit hesitant about this, but I don't think I have anything in my collection that's quite this color that actually looks nice on my nails. I feel this one is quite flattering even though it's a cool tone gray, and I do believe it's the only cool tone gray that's left in my collection, so I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to this, but it's a really pretty color and yeah, I'm gonna see if I reach for it. The next shade is also by Barielle and this is in Slate of Affairs. This is kind of a bluish grayish color and it's similar to the shade I'm wearing now but more blue leaning than purple leaning, and it's also got little micro glitters in it, and the micro glitters are kind of more of a lavender color rather than fuchsia slash gold. So before I wore this shade, I actually thought it was one of the ones that I was gonna let go, but when I put it on, I was pretty surprised by how much I liked it and how nice it looked. So I am gonna hang on to this one as well. The last blue leaning shade that I tried is this one by Julep, and this is in the shade Misti. I love this polish so much, so of course I'm gonna hang on to it. This polish is a light blue slash gray, and it reminds me a little bit of a cloudy day in Hawaii. So it's got like that blue ocean vibe to it, but extremely clouded over with the touch of gray. Next up, I want to talk about this polish. This is by L'Oreal and this is in Charmed, I'm Sure. I got a comment on, I think it was my nail polish declutter video, about this nail polish and also Essie's Penny Talk, and one of my subscribers said these two shades are among her favorite, so of course I had to pull it out to try it. I think I have worn this before, but I was stunned by how beautiful this was. I already love metallic shades, but this one has like a beautiful rose gold kind of vibe to it, and I just love this nail polish. So again, keeping this one. I tried two of the dark vampy shades I have in my collection. This one here is called Pat on the Black and it's by Sally Hansen. Really love this shade. It's a beautiful dark vampy purplish color. Beautiful on the nails and easy to apply. Love the thick brush on it. So I am hanging on to this one. And then the other shade I tried is Revlon's Blackest Black, and I do like the shade, but I'm actually going to be letting go of this one because I don't wear black nail polish all that much. I have Essie's Licorice as well, but I'm going to be trying that down the road. This one I liked, but it was a little bit finicky to apply. I actually ended up applying this on my toes, and it took I think 3 or 4 coats to get it like really nice and opaque. This nail polish does have a little bit of shimmer in it. It's actually a blue shimmer, so it gives it a little bit of a different dimension, but you don't notice it on the nail. And yeah, I just don't think I'll be reaching for this very much, so I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye to this one. Next up, I wore 3 of my red nail polishes. These are classic cream polishes, and I wore them on the same manicure so I could compare the different tonalities. So I ended up wearing Julep's Jackie on my thumb and first finger or index finger. I wore Dior's Pandore on my middle fingers, and then finally I wore Dior Captain on my ring finger and my pinkies. So I wore all 3 of these polishes at the same time, and to my surprise, the Julep was actually my favorite. So this is a classic cherry red, gorgeous color. It doesn't lean too orange or too blue, and these 2 polishes in comparison leaned slightly orange. So even though these 3 polishes are very similar, you did notice a slight difference in the tonality on the nail. So Julep's Jackie was the least orange, followed by Dior's Pandore, and the most orange leaning red was Dior's Captain. So with that being said, I did like all of them, and I am going to keep them all for now at least. So here's the polish I wore to Hawaii on my toes. I did my pedicure with the Hansen Xtreme Wear in Sun Kissed. I didn't keep that many orange leaning polishes after my initial declutter, so I think this is one of the only ones that I have left in my collection, and it's different from my other nail polishes. I was thinking about letting this go before I put it on, and even as I was applying the polish, but once it was all done and dry and I wore it in Hawaii, it was such a beautiful corally shade, orange leaning coral, very tropical, very holiday. So I really ended up liking this polish, and I am gonna hang on to it. Finally, I tried 3 very like sheer pinks, and I am only keeping one of these. So the first one I tried is by Nicole by OPI, and it's in the shade Selena. I actually tried this polish initially at a blogger event, I believe, and I fell in love with it. I don't know why it was different there, but I ran out and purchased it, and since then I haven't liked it as much. I find it really streaky and difficult to work with. I need 3 or 4 coats to build up a nice color. So I'm kind of disappointed by this, even though I loved it when I initially applied it at the blogger event. So very strange, but I am gonna let this one go. The next one I tried is by OPI, and this is in the shade Heartthrob. So again, when I first tried this polish, I thought it was really nice. I actually wore it a bunch when I first got it, but now that I'm trying it again, I'm not crazy about it. It goes on again very streaky. It's not an opaque polish by any means, but now I'm finding as I build the color up, it kind of clashes with my skin tone. So I contemplated hanging on to this because I love OPI, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and let this go because I just didn't think it was very pretty when I was wearing it, and when I had it on at work I just kept looking at it and feeling that it didn't look nice with my skin tone, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye to it. The last nail polish I'm gonna talk about today is by Zoya, and this is in the shade Scarlet, but as you can see it's a really pale baby pink. So this nail polish applied really nicely. It wasn't streaky, and I found it made my nails very healthy looking. It gave kind of like a light milky look to them, and it's not opaque by any means, but it's not intended to be. So I ended up deciding to keep this because I would like kind of a lighter coverage sheer polish for work. And the other thing I liked about it was I found that it lasted 4 days without chipping, which is excellent for me because my nail polish chips usually within a day or 2. So those are the 14 nail polishes I tried in the past month or so, and I'm only letting go of 3 of them, but I did vet out a lot of my collection already with my initial declutter. So if you recall that video, I let go of approximately a third of my collection already, so I feel like the colors I have left, I am still testing out, but a lot of them I am gonna still like and want to keep because they did pass my initial declutter. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until I see you next time, please take care and bye for now.